episode of Let's Talk Money with Friends. But tonight we are here to party because it's the holidays, and we said to everyone, you know what? Why not take the time to party? Because at the end of the day, for the last, oh my gosh, how many months now? It's been 12 months since we've been sharing and we've been pouring our hearts and sharing so many ideas with you about money, life, and everything else. And tonight we wanted to take an opportunity to reflect on how far we've been and also to reflect on some of the great things that are happening with us here at Let's Talk Money with Friends. Oh my gosh, I made the call, and how many of my friends decided to show up and support tonight? We have, I believe, a full house, right? We have a full house. There's about 9 of us here who are here supporting this really nice party. Now, everybody, is everybody ready for a party tonight? I cannot hear you. Are you ready for a party tonight?
Absolutely.
Make sure you
Absolutely.
very important that you
Yes,
got on
yes.
and that you, yes, because you know what? I was telling my mother, I said, Mom, I'm gonna have this party tonight and it's gonna be on Zoom. And she's like, really? Who's coming? And I'm like, all my friends. Let's Talk Money with Friends. And she said, Gabrielle, it's so important. It's so awesome that you have all these people who are willing to support you. Because some people cannot even get one friend to come to their party at home. And here you are having all these friends. And it's so funny, like every single one of you are folks that I met this year. Well, except for Lisa. Lisa, I've known your mom for a long time. And also Milka, believe it or not, I met Milka this week. This week. And we started talking, and she thought it would be a great idea for her to be part of this awesome event or this awesome party. Why are we here? You know, Christmas, the holidays, there's so many great traditions, right? And we wanted to have an opportunity to have fun and an opportunity to just share with our audience, you know, a little bit about our lives and what we, how we celebrate the holidays, especially Christmas. So without further ado, I just want to say that one of the things, you know, you cannot have a party without food, right, ladies and gentlemen?
Right.
Right. You cannot have
Yes,
a party
that's
without
right.
food. So
That's
what
right.
we have here, everybody had food today, right? Did everybody have? Yes.
Delicious. Yes,
How was your
delicious.
food? How was your food today? Good, good. So can I share some
Incredible.
that we
Delicious.
all had? Can I share some of the
Yes.
food we all had? Okay.
Here.
So I'm gonna share some of the food here. Let me see here. Let me see, because we've been talking about your health is your wealth, right? Let me see who's been paying attention to that. Whose food is this?
Oh, I have to be first.
Yes.
Set me up. Guilty of the
This
background.
feels like a setup.
Well, I mean, we having a party. So what did we do? We said, you know what? Let's all have a dinner together, right? And we have an awesome businesswoman who decided to sponsor the food for us and send out food to all of our friends. But you all had choices, right? You could choose what you wanted. And who chose this?
This is mine.
Oh, that was
That's
your
mine.
favorite?
Yeah.
So glad no
Finish the
picture.
background. I'm guilty.
I'm
You
glad I
guilty.
didn't.
Why did you
You
choose
know-
this?
We can see who it is because he has it in his background.
Exactly. That was a setup.
Is that your favorite place to eat, Frederick?
No. So this is the thing. You know, I'm very busy. So food, honestly, is not the first thing I think about. My wife does. And so we talked yesterday, and we had Grubhub. Last minute, a couple hours ago, I texted you. Grubhub canceled because Applebee's couldn't deliver whatever happened. And so she said, going to DoorDash. So she picked Hooters, and that's what we got. Was it barbecue buffalo bonus rings is what I have, and some mozzarella sticks. So it was
Well,
very
you know
delicious.
what? There's nothing wrong with once in a lifetime. Once in a lifetime. There's nothing wrong with eating something fun, you know, during the holidays and enjoy. So let me see, who do we have next? Now you all can share your screen, but I'm gonna share this. Let me share this. Whose food is this?
That's
Someone
mine.
else do it.
I look good.
That's
haven't had-
mine.
Oh, that's you, Odessa?
Yes.
That's you? Okay. I know you have kids, so I don't, you have kids. They loved it?
The kids are home. The kids are home, and I love that. Yes, me and my husband love that.
Yes,
There's
yes,
nothing. Yes, we.
yes.
We'll get into it when we talk about our holiday traditions, but you know that I'm married to a Puerto Rican. He loves food. He cooks a lot. I grew up cooking food a lot, so we cook a lot. So takeout is very rare, but when we do, it's like when we have a taste for something, like that's what we want. We want what we can't make. So
Yeah. I remember
And
you
then-
said this is my
yeah.
favorite pizza place, right? I have a
This
favorite
is,
pizza
it's one
place.
of our favorites because it's small, it's local. It got us through the pandemic because we were trying to make sure that they didn't close. So we said once a week we have to order from Mark's. And they know us when the driver shows up, he says hello and we talk for a little bit, they know us. So
Yeah,
I like to support small businesses that are
Yeah.
local.
That's what I love about you, Odessa. You are such a supportive. You care so much about other people. It's amazing. I'm so glad. This year to 2021 was my best year ever because I got to meet so many awesome people. All of you, except
Yes.
for Lisa, that I knew when she was a baby. I met this year. So that's awesome. Who do we have next? Who wants to share? Should I share? Should I share?
Yeah, put them out there. You put us out there. Put them out there.
Let me see. Okay, I have this here. I'm not sure who was this. Who was this? Who's the who is this Aisha? Aisha, that's yours. No?
Nope.
Is it Chinese food, Aisha?
Nope.
Whose is it?
All right,
what-
fine, it's mine.
Oh, that's Chinese food. You like Chinese food?
Absolutely, but we're washing it down with water, so
Yes.
we are making some healthy choices.
Yes, definitely. It's great. But you know what? I mean, like I love the rice and the vegetables. There's always so much, that's the healthy part of it. And again, there's nothing wrong with once in a lifetime. Once in a lifetime, once a month, once every 3 months to have something fun. So let me see. Do we have any more? I know you guys sent me a bunch of pictures. Oh yes. Whose is this? Let me see here. I made the healthy choice. Now, unlike everybody else, what did I decide to do? I decided to make my own food. That's what I eat most of the time. I don't actually, I like salmon, but I don't eat it that much because I'm trying to be vegan. We were talking about like one of my favorite places in Boston is Oasis Vegan and
they-
Parlor. It's in
Mhm.
Dorchester. We were talking about that for Luki. I
Yeah.
get a delivery every month from a group that I'm part of. I'm part of it's a women's study group. We read books together. Actually, one of the books that we read this year was Feminism is for Everyone, and it was written by Bell Hooks. And guess what? Today she passed away. The lady who wrote the book. So she passed away today.
Oh.
I was like looking on my email or text, and I got a text from one of my friends, Judy, and she said, yes, Bell Hooks, the lady who wrote the book that we read this year called Feminism is for Everybody, passed away. She's a radical feminist, and she passed away at 69. So yeah, because this coming Friday, we have our study. And I'm like, well, because I'm going to get a delivery from most likely Oasis, I'm not going to order. And I was looking online. Do you find it difficult to find something online? Like the restaurants that you really like?
No.
No? Okay.
Sometimes it depends on if they use sometimes they use a certain third party. And so you think you're going to your favorite restaurant and then all of a sudden it's something else and then it doesn't respond as well. Sometimes I call the restaurant directly and they'll say, oh, don't use our website, just call us direct. So sometimes they tell you like there's issues with the website part of it. Depending on because every website is different. And if say you're a business owner, maybe you're not in the business of of having your restaurant online, because that's not what they are used to. They're used to making food, not making things user-friendly on their website.
Yeah.
So it depends. It depends.
Yeah, definitely. And I know before we went online, Faluke, you talked about this particular African place. That's where you ordered your food from.
Yes,
Can you
my
talk about
favorite
that? Because
place.
I know you love that place. Yes.
Yeah, Suya Joint on Dudley Street is my favorite place. African food, especially in this cold weather, it warms you up. You can have mild, spicy, hot, hot, hot. So Suya Joint on Dudley Street is where it's my go-to place.
Yeah, definitely. So what did you have, Lisa? Because I know I didn't get a picture.
I did. I put it in the text group. Part
we
one
did.
was Mexican food, and my part two is on the way for beef and broccoli.
Oh, that's awesome.
That
Yeah.
picture didn't come through, Lisa. It didn't come through. It looks black.
Yeah, or you can share it later on. What about you, Curtis? Is Curtis here? Curtis is Curtis is tough.
I
What
sure
did you
am.
get today, Curtis? Share with
I,
us.
I went to Bertucci's and I have a nice ensalada, salad, and some
Oh.
chicken, and of course their famous rolls, the bread with the dipping oil. It's awesome. Like
Yeah.
I don't have olive oil or what.
Yes.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. With COVID and everything else that's happening, it's so difficult for families to get together, right? And some people have decided, even though there's a vaccination and the booster and all that stuff, some people have decided not to even meet together, right? Because of the fact that it's not where it needs to be. So we know that the holidays, Christmas, such a huge thing for everyone. And I always have tons of questions so we can get the conversation going. So can you all share some of your holiday traditions, especially Christmas traditions that you have with during the holidays?
Nice question.
Well, I'll start first. With COVID, it's kind of been tough the last 2 years for our family because I usually go with my wife's family and do Thanksgiving in a big family, old generation and younger, middle-aged generation, I guess we could call ourselves now. And then at Christmas time, we actually do one of our family members who have a house in Easton, hold everybody as well. And we just celebrate and play games. She decorates the whole tree with prizes, and we have a whole fun games. And it's like I got to see you, Gabrielle, doing that because the just trivia stuff like that. And I've always, since growing up Haitian, man, in Haiti, just those old school family. That's all that matters at the end of the day. And celebrating and reflecting, So I miss that. We haven't been able to do that because of COVID. Very, careful with stuff and just, hearing catching up with old family member just last few weeks. And it's like people just, I know people want to have events, go do things, and some people got COVID as well because of that. So I've always been cautious, and that's something I do miss definitely. But like I always, Chris and I talk about the metaverse in the future, babe. We're gonna be celebrating Christmas like crazy one of these years soon, virtually.
Yeah, definitely. It's such an important time. It's a family time. I know whether you are someone who's gonna be celebrating Christmas or Hanukkah or any other holiday, or someone who doesn't celebrate any particular holiday, but it's still an opportunity to be with family. Aisha, what do you do during the holidays as a tradition?
Yeah, a lot of family time. So we spend a lot of time together as a family. We do Christmas Eve celebration, and then also we do, Christmas Day celebration, usually going by my mom's house. Everybody cooks and then goes over together. I do a lot of decorating in my own house. And so, we always kind of like the kids camp out by the tree. The kids camp out by the tree. Somebody wants to be a part of
It's okay. If they want to be part of it, why not?
He want to come to the party.
He has his little hat he's been wearing to school with his Chinese food.
Is that your?
This is my youngest son.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's your son. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us.
Say hi, Momo.
Hi. Hi, Momo.
Say bye. So so we just try to get in the festivities early and enjoy it, because it goes by like that. You know what I mean?
Correct.
Goes like,
Correct.
and then of course, we celebrate the tradition of being sorrowful after the 25th and all your money's gone.
I know.
Because every year you say you're not going to fill up that tree for those little ungrateful children, but then it happens again. So
I know. Definitely. So I'm glad you talk about money because, of course, this is a party, but this is Let's Talk Money with Friends party. So we wanted to encourage everyone to really be conscientious about what you're spending this year during the holidays. I was doing some research online and they said, it's so important to focus on using cash versus your credit cards because it's so easy to swipe, and then not realizing that in a month or so, you're going to have to pay that bill. So be very conscientious of that. As you're having fun, have fun with a lot of caution and also responsibilities. What do you want for Christmas, Lisa?
For Christmas is just to be around friends and family. One thing I did different this year is to do gifts for the household that everyone can enjoy. So that can cut for you buying one for one child, another for another child, just maybe something like games, something to bring the family together. So thinking about that can help you cut your Christmas gift budget really, really low.
Correct. It makes a lot of sense, right? I know for Luke, you have children, right? Do you find it hard to keep your finances or the budget as you shopping for them?
They have a real Santa Claus and Miss Claus, their
Yes.
auntie and uncle. So I'm very lucky. Grace, who's on here, that's their
Yes.
aunt. Every
Yes.
year, she tells us, even myself, to write a Christmas list, and she gets
Oh,
most
wow.
of the gifts off that list. So I'm blessed. Yeah, I'm really blessed because I'm
Yes.
sorry to put you out there, but they're the real Santa Claus.
Yes.
Santa and Miss Santa and Santa Claus, auntie and uncle.
So I want to ask Grace, what do you want for Christmas? Because I'm gonna put her out there.
Nothing.
Grace is what Grace. I know Grace is one of exactly.
Oh,
Grace
this year
is
I
one of-
want something, and I'm gonna get it, but probably after Christmas, but before my birthday, and that's a new house.
Oh,
My
Oh,
husband
that's
already
awesome.
knows I want a new house for Christmas.
I hope you get it. I hope you get
Yes,
it.
it's coming very soon.
Yeah, that's what's up. Because Grace, I noticed because I had a lady on. We had her on a couple of weeks ago. Oh gosh, I forgot. Anyways, we talked about like she does this. She was doing the 12 days of receiving. For some reason I cannot remember the 12 days of receiving, right? 12 days of receiving. And I know it's so easy for people like you, Grace, and like me to give. And when it's time to receive, let me tell you, I don't know how many emails that I went back and forth with Grace about the food. Grace, what do you want?
I
Grace,
didn't
what you
want
gonna
it.
order? Grace,
I
what
couldn't
did you
take that
order?
$50.
She's like, no,
That's
no, I'm
her.
good. It's so hard. Why is it so
I
hard for
couldn't
you
do
to
it.
receive, Grace?
I don't know. I'm just a giver. It's my love language too. I love to give. I don't say I love you a lot, but I give. And that's how people know that I care. I show up. As you were saying to Odessa, she's a supporter. So am I. I'll text my sister like, we're invited here. We gotta go. It'll be a blizzard outside. She'd be like, I'm not leaving the house. That's just how I am. I don't. Even she was like, we gotta plan your housewarming. I said, I don't want a housewarming because I don't want gifts. She was like, what? Like, who says that?
I don't know where she came from.
That's just how I am. I'm like my
Yeah.
mother. That's what it is. My mother's like that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, my
Our
mother is like that. So yeah, I just, you know what? When you hear, sometimes you do go like amnesia. So I have Gerda Victor. She did this the 12 days of receiving, and I noticed, it's so funny. You say my mother is like that. That's the way I'm like. My mother is very much a giver too. And I know traditionally in our household, we would have parties. And whenever we have parties, we always welcome everyone, family and friends. And let me tell you, every year we do like a gift exchange, the Secret Santa gift exchange, because there's so many of us. Actually, there's not that many of us, but we realized that to cut budget, it would be best to pick somebody's name and buy a gift of $25 or more for them. For that person, just buy a gift and then we put it together and you choose, and you know how it is, Secret Santa and the gift exchange. But every year, almost like every year, I will get something and I'll just give it to somebody. Maybe a guest who came to the party that we didn't expect, and I'll just give it to them. Or someone who, like, I feel like didn't get enough, and I'll just give it to them. Sometimes it's like gift certificates. It's like a perfume. My sister has a perfume store, which she has a giveaway today. We always give it. Like, I was like, literally after a show, I was talking to Lisa, and Lisa said, we should have a party. We should have something fun for the holidays. And my sister's like, oh, I'll donate. I'll give the basket. I'll give the food. I'll give this. Like, without even asking, she was willing to give. So it's great to have, to have had that experience as a child and to still keep it on. But I think it's so important too, going back to what Gerda is trying to emphasize. It's also important to receive grace, because I did feel a certain way this week when you kept saying no to me, because I'm like, it would have been my opportunity to bless you. It's my opportunity to feel great about giving to you, and you said no, and I was like, why is she saying no to me? I want to bless. I want to feel good too, because you give because you like to feel good, and I wanted the same thing too. I'm just excited that I was able to do what we've been able to do this week. So with that said, we have more gifts to give, right? For all of you decided to come, we have Milka. As I said, Milka is a friend I just met this week, but she actually, my sister knows her, and a couple other people that I know knows her. Milka, I'll give you an opportunity to talk about your company and why you're here tonight.
Hi everyone. I'm very happy to be here and join this little party. It's really nice. It's really, really nice. It's giving me a moment to sit down. Usually at this hour I'm baking. So it gives me a little opportunity. So I have a business that I started many years ago, and in 2012, I took a leap at 1 o'clock in the morning or two. I couldn't sleep, and I decided that I wanted to go to culinary school and become a professional chef. And at that time, I did my cordon bleu culinary. I did pastry, and then I did culinary. So at that time, it was really challenging for me because I felt I wasn't getting the respect I needed as a custom cake designer, as a cake artist. And I felt if I had a diploma and big name behind me, I would get the respect that I wanted. And it was really an experience going to Cordon Bleu and going to Paris, going to Disney, and meeting a lot of people. And now they're on my resume. And so as I was speaking to Gabrielle, we were discussing Haitian cake. And I explained to her, I grew up here in the United States. I've been here since I was very young, in the early 60s. I got to live here in Massachusetts when I would say most of the time I was the only Black person on the bus or in my classroom in the work. And I lived through segregation, busing, and Martin Luther King's death. And so I got to see a lot of things. So when people call me and say, I want to eat a Haitian cake, I said, I don't know how to make a Haitian cake, but I went to a party and you make a Haitian cake. Well, it's my recipe. As I was explaining to Gabrielle, I realized I had two different populations. I had a population like me who grew up in the United States, was used to eating, cakes made in America, not the supermarket cake. People have to understand, people always think supermarket cakes are American cakes. They're not. You need to go to a bakery to eat American cake. And also, as a child, I remember I was very interested in cooking Haitian food, and I still do till today. I'm a very Creole cuisine person. And I decided to zap up my recipe. And part of my graduation is I had to write my own bread recipe, my own cake recipe. We had to, as graduates, create our own formula. So I created over time, and I'm still perking on it, but a cake that tastes like a Caribbean cake, but is moist like an American European cake. So I take a great pride in when I do a cake, and people say, "Oh my God, I love the cake. It was so Haitian." And I'm like, "Well, it wasn't Haitian," but the fact that they saw the tradition and culture in it, that was comforting. That I made a cake that pleased them. Then I had the younger generation who will call me, "Oh, my mom wants me to order this cake. My brother wants me to order cake, but I don't like Haitian cake." I said, "Well, I don't make Haitian cake." And then they'll taste the cake and they're like, "Oh, I'm surprised you're Haitian." Well, I've been in America for almost 60 years. So it's hard for me to identify myself as a pure Haitian because Americans, when I meet them and I said, "I'm Haitian," they're like, "No, you're not." And when I'm Haitian, they say, "Oh, you're not Haitian. You can't speak Creole too well and you don't know the culture." So I'm bicultural. And
Yeah.
so I find that everything I do is I include my culture in it. And I find that my cuisine, when I do catering, because I do personal dinners as a personal chef, when I do it, I like to infuse other culture in my cuisine. So when you taste something, it could be Caribbean, and it could be American, it could be Asian. I like doing the infusion of different
Correct.
cultures. So I'm very passionate about cooking, um, but I'm more passionate about preserving culture. So, like, I have children. One of my daughters was here just a second ago. She's only walking around. Um, and I feel that I raised them to love Haitian cuisine and Haitian cuisine that is the Creole type. How many of you guys are Haitian on the pew there? I like to make my son, who's 23, one of his favorite food is ragu, and I call it American Caribbean Louisiana ragu. It's pig feet, cow feet, and a bunch of good stuff in it. And my son loves that. And
Yeah.
then I have my grandchildren who are half Puerto Rican. And my grandson always says to me, "Oh, grandma's making legume. Oh my God, legume, legume."
I
And
know everybody loves legume, Milka. I know. I want to bring you back one day to talk more about your business and what you've been doing. Now, listen. I was at a party. My friend had actually it wasn't a party. It was an Action de Grâce. It's a religious gathering that I was at. Actually, over at Lisa's mom's house.
Yeah, yes, and she also made my
Lisa's
wedding cake as well.
Exactly. Yes, I remember that. So the cake was so good. I posted it. And then I was like, I called Milka. Milka is actually Milka, and Lisa's mom is Milka too. They both have the same name. So I was like, can you give me the name of this lady and her telephone number? I would like to talk to her. When I was speaking to Milka, she said, Gabrielle, I explained the show and everything. She said, you know what? This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to give a cake away to your guests, your friends, but they have to earn it, right, Lisa? They have to earn it. So this is the cake that we have. We're gonna show the cake, and then we're gonna ask a question to see who can earn it quickly. Okay,
want to see the cake. Here is the cake.
My husband loves that.
Lisa, do you have the question for us?
Yes, I
upside
put it in the
down cake.
chat. The link is in the chat.
So can you read it so that people can
Yes, I can. It's pulling up now. So name 3 shows we did this year. Love, Business, and Party Matters. B, Family, Health, and Confidence Matters. Or C, Entrepreneurship, Confidence, and People Matter.
say it again one more time?
Yep. Name 3 shows we did this year. Love, Business, and Party Matters. B, Family, Health, and Confidence Matters. Or C, Entrepreneurship, Confidence, and People Matter.
B.
Who said that? Who said that?
B. Aisha.
Aisha. So you get the upside down cake, Aisha. This is yours. Jill said, congratulations, you get the upside down cake because you're right. The answer was, read it again, Lisa.
The correct answer is Family, Health, and Confidence Matters.
Yes, we talked about family because this is a holiday about family. We talk about health. because we say your health is your wealth, and definitely confidence. And Milka just talked about the fact that when you have a confident, when you are confident about your culture, we talked about it last week, you know, how culture matters. It's so important that you know, you become a better person, a much happier person. Congratulations, Haitian. You see, she's leaning back, but she's paying attention.
Always.
Oh my
Give
God,
me
that's
some of that cake.
I know.
I'll bring it to the party. I'll bring it to the work
Yeah.
party.
That's good. So the next thing that we want to talk about is looking back at 2021. So I know we had some folks who haven't talked. So Curtis, if you are on here, or Odessa, actually, we'll go with Odessa first, and then we'll go to Curtis. Looking back to 2021, what are your most pride? What are you most proud about 2021? And what is one surprise or excited thing that happened to you this year, or you hoping will happen, because the year is still it's still not over. We still have what, 16 more days to go. What are you most proud about this year, and one exciting thing that happened to you this year?
Okay, so obviously that's one of the reasons why we met this year, is because I ran for a public office for the first time.
Mhm.
So that was very, very exciting to me, because I have loved politics since I was a very, very young child, just because my mother used to volunteer and work on politics. She worked on many people's campaigns, and Althea Garrison is one of the first people that I saw my mother work on a campaign, and I was a very young child at the time, and I was inspired because she was the underdog, and to see my mother work so hard for somebody, and then when I see her still out there doing things, it's an extreme sense of pride to me, because I know that my mother worked on her first campaign when nobody was believing in her. And I just think that it's important for Black women to run for office, just for the sense of appearance, of visual, of a mentoring, and just of as being a model. And I just definitely think that our policies and our legislature will soon start to sway and represent us if we are in leadership positions. So any local office, a PTO secretary, or parent council, school committee, council person, towns meeting. I ran for select board. I came 500 votes short of winning, and it was my first campaign. And so I got over 3,000 people in my town to vote for me. And I did get a position of being a housing authority commissioner, which actually is more important work than being a select board member for myself, because personally, I live in public housing, and to be able to represent the people who live in public housing is just amazing to me, because we're getting a voice now, and I'm having meetings and having people who are stakeholders in my town actually ask for the opinion of residents here, and that had never happened before. Odessa ran for office, so now I'm giving my development and my marginalized community a voice. So that's one of the most amazing things that happened to me in 2021.
Yes, definitely. I will drink to that.
Yes, toast.
So you know what I did this week? I decided to use a different computer to do this, and I'm still getting this echo. Did you guys hear it?
Slightly.
Yeah. You know what? One of these days we'll have high-tech cameras with everything else. That's what I want for Christmas.
Yes.
The red line will fix it.
Dennis, I know you are such an awesome person. You give so much to your community. You work in an environment where you serve the community. Plus, you run in a business. Can you share a little bit about some of the most exciting things that happened to you this one, and or if it has not yet happened, we have 16 days. Let me
Oh no,
know.
it's certainly happened. It's been phenomenal for myself personally and for people that I know. and work with or for, just hearing the feedback from people that are just regular folks working, not people that are day traders or trying to be the next Warren Buffett or Elon Musk, just electricians and teachers and such that are just like, hey, we had this conversation and now my credit score is this, or I invested in such and such crypto coin and I just looked at it and now it's 10 times what it was before, and just you know that has been great for me because I've been able to make that line that you said true even in reverse. Wealth is health, not wealth of money, wealth of knowledge, wealth of access, wealth of resources, and,
Correct.
and abundance in that sense that you're not stressed or straining or running to 5 jobs like a lot of our parents had to
Mhm.
keep afloat. And so it wasn't the need for 5 jobs, it was just need for the 5 incomes. So if you can help people get that, which I've been able to do personally as well, it's just like
Correct.
it's phenomenal. Like it really is mind blowing and humbling. Like thinking that there was only one way to get towards your goal or your means towards to get money. Like, oh, I got to take this payday loan when I was, immature and naive to the game years ago, or this credit card and get into debt so I can finance a vacation or to pay for things. And I realized there's so much ways that you can write your own check that I couldn't
Mhm.
even have time to get into on here. But it's just funny the game that's out there that's not taught in school. So I laugh about it with Demetri all the time. Like, I had to get $400 to give to the moving people, and I just went and did boop 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 online, and it was $400. Like, it's bananas. You can literally like print your own money, but you know, again, I didn't know about it. I can't speak for anybody else. I didn't know about a lot of these things until this year. So to perfect it, and not even just this whole year, just like in the last half of the year. So I'm super excited. I don't need a New Year's resolution. I'm moving 90-day run. So it's
Yeah.
been,
Yeah, it's awesome. It's so awesome. I love to use the word awesome because you guys are so awesome. We did a show about community engagement matters, and that's when I met Alicia with Feluke, and the art of joy. I can feel a lot of joy in you guys, because of the fact that you're giving so much to your community and you're giving so much to the people around you. And I know you've given so much to me. When I think about what I'm most proud of, my gosh, I started this because I was like, oh, what can I do? I love to talk to people. I love to meet people. Why not? And it was nerve wracking at first, but I did it. And then what I was proud of, oh my God, every time I pick up the phone and you guys saying yes. I mean, the fact that I have 9 people here that I didn't know last year, except for Lisa a little bit, who are here supporting me. How amazing is that? How amazing is that? Like I said, I've been to people's quote unquote parties. They cannot even get one other friend to come and join them. People cannot even, have one person to support them. But I have 9, well, it's 8 of you guys plus myself supporting this. Oh, so I'm excited. I think I saw a quote online. Focus on those who are supporting you more than on those who are not supporting you, because the truth of the matter is there are more people supporting us than we know of.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm part of this. Yes, Curtis, did you want to say
I just,
something?
yeah, I just wanted to thank you once again for holding this space in general for the entire year and specifically for tonight and blessing our household with some food or what have you. But you've been blessing everybody with a different type of food all year just by having this forum. So I would be remiss if I didn't really express my gratitude for what you're doing. You light up the screen with that beautiful smile and you
Thank you.
make personal. No, I don't listen. My wife's right there. I'm not flirting with you. I'm just
No,
coming
I
to
know.
you.
Oh, please, I know you're an awesome guy.
I'm just being silly.
Father
Um,
and husband and everything
yeah,
that you are is because of your household being held down. So I
yeah,
appreciate that. Yes.
thank you for what you're doing, and this is awesome. The conversation has to continue. We have to continue.
Uh,
Some people just don't know what they don't know, so you have to continue. And because your content is out there in Facebook or YouTube land or what have you, even if they don't watch it live, um, they'll see it later on, or someone's going to be impacted, and they'll share it with someone else. So hats off to you.
yes. Thank you so much. And I'm glad you said giving, 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 giving. Guess what we have next? Another gift. Right, Lisa? we have another gift for you all because we wanted to thank you all for being here. We invited all the friends who've been on the show, and many of them couldn't make it tonight. And they will be receiving an appreciation gift from us. But the ones who are here, the one who made, you guys made the extra effort to be here. So you get to celebrate a little bit extra, right? With a little bit extra. So what's the next question? Pay attention, because guess what? What do we have? We have something awesome. And guess it's coming from this awesome lady. She was sitting here and I said to her, we're gonna have a party. And she's like, really? A party? I'm more than willing and able to give a basket of goodies. And so I was like, what's in here? So as you all can see, there's like Red Door, right? The perfume, and I think I see candies too, right? Chocolate. And it's more than one perfume here. There are more than one perfume here. So perfumes here. So who's gonna be the lady tonight? Who's gonna be the lucky friend tonight? Let's hear it, Lisa. Let's hear the question.
So
Slowly.
question
Slowly.
2, what is the first step to achieve a healthy financial life? A, save a lot of money and never go on vacation. B, work long and hard and put health in the back burner. C, create a financial plan and adhering to it.
C.
C.
Who said it
I
first?
was on
C.
mute.
That was my voice. I said it. That was me.
Oh, who said it first? Oh, hold on.
I
Let me see.
I
said
said
it first
it
and I
and
was on
typed
mute.
it. I said it and typed it. We
Said I
should
was
who
on-
typed it? Who typed
Whoever
it?
Answered it
whoever
on
puts it in the
the
chat first should be
I
the
said it
one.
in my head.
Because I said it first. I didn't hear anybody.
Who
But I was on
answered it
mute.
on the form.
Off mute.
Yes.
You lost.
Okay.
I think we should put it in the
So
chat. We need
let
to
me
answer in
see
the
who-
chat because of the
who do we
delay.
have here? So
Can we
okay,
do this again?
Okay, you
Next
said
question.
it first, but you was on mute.
Yeah,
I love that. That's the answer. That is the
nobody
answer
said
that
anything when I was on
I
mute.
said C
Listen, I
before
thought
she
it in my
even
head like
said the question because I had the form up. So I think I should get it.
okay. So who was first? FB. What? Let me
It
see.
sounds
I
like
don't
Grace.
have the form up. I don't have the form up. I just heard
Let's
the
talk about your
question.
enemies.
You
We're no
cannot
longer
win
friends.
again.
So the answer, I see for
A
Luke.
tiebreaker. Do a tiebreaker. Do a tiebreaker question. That'll settle it. Do a tiebreaker question, and that'll settle it.
Wait,
Okay.
who were the 2 people? Is it Grace and Feluke?
Me.
No, I'm in there too. I typed C too. Odessa's in there too.
I know.
Everybody
Let me tell you.
I want to be in the
We have to watch
runnings.
the
I just
video.
want to be in the runnings. That's all.
Jessica,
Put me in
I
the
said it
runnings.
in my head, Jessica. Y'all didn't hear me. I said it in my head.
You know what you can do? You can put their names in a hat and then pull it out.
Let me tell you.
To be fair, I
TCS.
can say I can already eliminate one person.
Okay, so let me tell you, TCS Paradise Perfume and Boutique. Perfumes.
Nice.
She's in Pawtucket,
Rhode Island.
Pawtucket, Rhode
Nice.
Island. I've purchased perfumes there for friends and for gifts and really excellent stuff. She has like all the designers and all the fancy ones. And yeah, I've spent a lot of money there because I love to smell good. I'm always like spraying and smelling good because it's so important to smell good, right? So
Yes.
if you are in the area and you like to get perfume and stuff, definitely she has so much more, but definitely perfumes and nice colognes too for men. You can get that. So yes, she was so gracious and said, I'm gonna send you. And she didn't just send one, multiple ones, because let me tell you, Carlene is like, Gabrielle, you cannot have just one perfume. You have to have one for the morning, one for the afternoon. If you're going in a hot place, like if you travel, you gotta have a certain type of perfume. She's very a connoisseur. Connoisseur, is that what you said? Of perfume. So yeah. So okay, going back to who's the winner. I'm not
Exactly. I
gonna
was gonna
say
say,
who's the winner. What do you guys want to do? I mean, do we go by
Well,
the chat?
I can say this. I think it's Curtis. is eliminated because I didn't hear any male voices. I only heard female voices.
Me either at all.
You didn't hear me? I said
Oh,
the
no.
video in my head. You didn't hear me?
I didn't want to say nothing. I think Curtis's wife answered for it. Because she wants that red door. Curtis's wife saying, see?
Now we talking money with enemies. No more friends. No more talking money with friends. It's enemies.
No,
What?
I know.
Oh,
So
we ain't
I'm
gonna
not
do that.
gonna
We
lie.
ain't gonna do that. We ain't gonna do that.
This
We're
is
not
a
gonna do that.
this is a
I
democratic.
say, I think we should give it to Curtis so he could give it to his wife. How about that?
Okay.
No,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
My vote,
Okay.
let me tell you why I vote for Grace. Can I say why I vote for Grace?
Yes.
Because Momo, I vote for Grace because Grace is from what we heard earlier in the conversation, Grace is a giver, but she
Right.
doesn't really ever ask to receive. But she won this, guys. She won this.
That's
So
true. Give it
I
to
get
her.
yes.
I'm with
That's
that.
right.
The good ones
Give
say
me
it is
some
so
of
much
that.
more.
Okay. And
Yeah, the good
I say Grace is gonna end up giving it away to somebody else.
She is.
Cause she can't help herself. She can't help herself.
Okay, Grace, if you get it, you gotta keep it.
You better
Give
keep
it
it.
gotta keep
Yeah.
it. Promise,
I
Grace.
better
You might
not
as well
see it
just
on
give it to
nobody
me.
else.
Well,
I'm very
I think you need
honest.
to
I said
talk
it
to
out
her
loud,
and tell
so
her not
nobody-
to come to my house and take it. Like she
Okay.
steals my stuff when
Well,
she
we
comes.
can't help you with that. Then you're on your own. You're on your own.
So you gotta
Okay.
talk to her too.
I hope you both are sisters.
Yeah. So you know what? I'm with you. Whatever you guys want to do, I'm with you. Like I have a
Both.
hard
We're
time
giving
too.
it to Grace.
Like, I
Well, who
have
said
a
put
hard
the
time.
names in the hat?
No, I said both of them. Make it happen.
Okay.
Oh, look at it.
So I do now. I know what you all like. You like perfume, so it's a good
We like
sign. So
we like to compete. We're
yes,
competitors here.
Right. It's the
yes.
Well,
So
we-
that's great. We do have one more. So sit tight, okay?
Wait, who is that going to?
It's going to Grace.
I take my name out. I took my name out the hat.
Yeah, the
Curtis is
consensus
out
is
because
Grace.
he has a male voice. So who was
Yeah.
left?
She said she said it
Who
on
was
mute.
left?
She said she said it on mute.
I'm very honest. Ask my sister. I was on mute, but I said, see, real fast. Nobody said anything, but I was just on mute.
Okay. So what do you want to do? You want to give it to your sister Grace?
You can have it if she's gonna work this hard for it. She can
For
have
real.
it. Because she's
For
gonna
real.
steal it
She's
anyway
working
when she
hard.
comes
She's
here.
working hard.
But
Okay.
I
well,
said
me, she
before
does
she
not
even
need it.
finished the question because I have the form up. So
Yes.
just FYI, like you cheated in the axe throwing. I'm gonna let you have this, but
Oh,
we all know.
Shade. That's
There we go, just like the
shade.
X game.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh,
She's
look
Okay.
at
not
it.
only a giver of
I
gifts,
have no
You know
shame.
what?
I will
she's a
take it.
giver of shade.
Yes.
You know
She
what?
got
I'm gonna send it to
shade,
the
too.
beautiful. I'm gonna send it to the beautiful African Nigerian queens, and they decide what they want to do. Because I believe there's more than one. So you guys can share since you are sisters. You get to share.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I didn't know this is that's why this is
There's
going
one more.
down.
There's one more. You might like it. You might like it. Okay, you might like it. So we have one more here. But before we go with that one, we just want to ask quickly. Let me see here. Okay.
And where's
I
the
wanted to-
form? So
I
I
wanted
can see the form that she got.
Put it in
Oh, the form that was in the chat.
Mhm.
Yeah, let's put it in
Okay.
the chat.
It's in
Yeah.
the chat.
the-
The link to
um,
the form, the Google
So,
Doc.
yeah,
form.
so
I got
okay.
it.
Yeah, the Google form.
Yeah.
Okay, so because this is the last question. So I know the year 2021 is practically behind us, and we are looking forward to 2022. What are some of your hopes and dreams for 2022? Who would like to go first? And if you have a business and
I'll go.
I know many of you have businesses and you have a lot of different activities coming up. Please share, but share quickly so that everybody can chime in.
Sure. I'll go first since I gotta wrap myself. Because I told Gabrielle I'm in the middle of writing a course. I'm flying out this Saturday morning to Florida to record it in a live studio, a course so important for the 21st century about understanding financial literacy and where we are going in a digital currency world. So that's, I'm looking forward to publishing that next year and doing a lot of good things. And as I talk a lot with Curtis, I had an aggressive goal in 2021, and just, since I was young and into business, to create so many different passive incomes, and, I've been doing it and just, making a lot of sacrifices and looking forward to what's coming by 2022, some of the goals. And, this is actually the end of the year is the year I actually spend the time reflecting. I know a lot of time we're celebrating the holidays and thankful. I'm thankful for always been alive, but also setting goals and reflecting on my past year and what I've accomplished, what I didn't accomplish. And, it's basically a barometer of where you want to be. And so I always look forward to that. So the next 2 weeks, that's what I'll be working on and looking at the goal setting for next year.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. I'm looking forward. Curtis, you have to go, but I know you guys have a training coming up. You want to share that a little bit and invite folks on how to get involved?
I will definitely shoot you some information once the time is finalized.
That's great. That's great. Thank you so much, you guys, for being in the here tonight. A party's not a party without everyone being here. So definitely, I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful to you all for being here. Yeah, I know you have here in the chat that you have to run, Curtis and Fred, at the same time. So yeah, that's great. Blessings to you all too. Happy holidays. Yes, ladies. Bye.
Bye.
Ladies, what do you have? What are some of your hopes and dreams and for 2022?
I'll go next. That would be making my website live. My goal is to help more small business owners who are either selling products or service-based services to become digital, marketing digital, everything now in terms of people finding out who you are, what you do. Yes, word of mouth does help, but also getting yourself larger, expanding. Social media is the way. So I'm hoping to do that next year.
Yes, definitely. That's awesome. Looking forward to seeing more of that. What about you, Feluke?
To level up in career-wise, personal-wise, business-wise. We do have a business together, me and my sister. So just to add more, experience to our business. That's what I'm hoping.
What's your business, you and your sister? What's the business? Do you want to talk about it, Grace?
Event planning, decor, coordinate Nigerian traditional weddings as well. Specialize in that. And it's called Graceful, Grace and FOL.
Yes.
Graceful event.
Yes. I've seen your pictures online. They're awesome. They're awesome.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yes. And what about you, Aisha? What's your hopes and dreams for 2022?
Well, I'm going to speak more from what I hope to experience versus anything else, and that's magic. So I said that I already proclaimed that this is going to be my year of magic, when all the best of me is able to shine forth the way that I've always intended it for it to be, as I reach for my highest and the best of who I am, and bring that into the world with full confidence and personal power.
Yes, definitely. Yes, definitely. What about you, Milka? Milka, please let us know. You're on mute. You're on mute, hon. You're on mute.
Okay. My goal for the new year for 2022 is number one is I want to see me get more closer with my family because of the I really miss as the gentleman said earlier, I really miss family get together. I used to have Sunday dinners at my house with the grandkids and my children, or we would go to my other family members, and no barbecues, no birthdays. I'm a people person, and I really need that. And I pray God that we're able to have more family time, more family unity, more family love for the new coming year. That's what I pray for, because I feel we're getting disconnected because of the pandemic.
Yeah, yeah. Definitely, family is everything. What about you, Odessa? I know you have a house full of what, 6 kids? What are some of your hopes and dreams for that?
Yeah, we have 7.
Oh, 7.
Yeah. So I never make New Year's resolutions. I sort of tell myself that every day is a chance to renew, and it's an opportunity. And I try not to look that far in advance, but I just want to continue to make every day count. And
Mm,
yes, just same thing as Milka. I want to see more of my family, specifically elder relatives that aren't doing so well right now.
mm,
We're trying to make time for them and cherish those holiday and
yeah,
just regular everyday memories with them, because our time here with them is limited. So we're
yeah,
trying to do that.
yeah. The holiday is definitely time for family and friends. Grace, did you want to share anything?
Continued blessings. I think 2021 has been my year of blessings, so I want that to just continue into 2022.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. 2021's been a great year. As I said earlier, just being able to have making some strategic personal decisions to remove and attach. Remove from anything that was toxic and attach myself to more positivity, more positive people, big thinkers, folks who are like, Aisha and Odessa, Grace, Foluke, Lisa, and Milka recently, just and Curtis and Frederick, people who are willing to not only do for themselves, but also are more than willing and able to help other people. I posted something earlier this week and I said that, folks ask me all the time, why are you joyful? Well, because of my relationship with God, I'm always striving to be closer to God because I feel like God is love. And the more you know of love, you can give love. And the love that I do, this past weekend, I was busy helping my community because I do a lot of community activists. I'm a community activist. I work in the community. And folks were like, it's in the rain. You like smiling. I'm like, yeah, that fellowship for me, it's important. I don't just fellowship when I go to the church. I fellowship when I'm out there speaking to my community. That's why that show that I did about that we did about community, your community engagement or your community involvement is your true currency. To me, that's so important. So I'm so grateful. I'm always at awe whenever I pick up the phone to say, could you help me this week? And you guys are more than willing and able and said yes. So I'm so grateful for that. So like I said earlier, we have one more gift and we'll ask that question because to whom much is given, much is required. I was given an opportunity to purchase those 2 tickets. And I said, you know what? Why not give two to somebody else? So that's what I'm doing tonight. Can we ask the last question? Let's see who's gonna be the lucky winner this time.
What is the name of the movie and where will it premiere? Love and Basketball on winter 2022, I Love Anne 3, summer 2022, or A Heart on the Mend, fall 2022.
Now this is a hard question. Why? Because we had a young lady here last week, and she talked about her name is Calm Cynthia. She talked about her movie that it's coming out. Did anybody see that show? If you didn't see it, it's hard. No? Anybody see that show? No?
Can we just guess?
Yes.
I'm gonna guess that is the only movie that I think has something to do or was filmed in Haiti. So that would be the I Love Anne. No?
Wrong answer. I'm trying to find, hold on, let me try to find her event. So this here is, let me see, share screen.
And it was last week or 2 weeks ago? Because I thought
it was last week.
I thought I was on the show last week.
No, it was last week on Thursday. We did a show. So this is her website. Her name is her name is Cam Cynthia. She has a dance studio. She also has she's a fashion, her mom is a fashion designer. They have a store in Taunton. She has a dance studio right here in Hyde Park, not that far from in Boston. And also Christmas. So the ticket for those who have children and who wanna do something for the holidays, we have 2 tickets. It's a Christmas celebration. Celebrate Christmas with Calm Cynthia Dance Studio. Those 2 tickets I'm giving away. Yeah. So you don't remember the name of the movie? Anybody? Let me see if I can give you a hint. So who wants to take another guess?
I'm gonna read the question again. What is the name of the movie and where will it premiere for the 2 tickets? Is it Love and Basketball in winter of 2022? We've already discussed it's not B. And then C, A Heart on the Mend, fall 2022.
See.
Who said that?
Faluke.
Faluke, you are the winner. Yes, A Heart on the Mend. She's gonna be, this movie's coming out on 2020, fall 2020. And she'll be back to talk about that. I'm very, I believe in giving back and I believe in supporting other women. All of you here are women. That's why I reached out to Milka and I reached out to all of you. And you've given to me. She's an amazing young lady doing amazing things. And I just want to keep on reminding people of the work that she's doing so that folks can support that. So definitely you have 2 tickets. I know you have kids, right? Feluke, right? You have how many?
2 boys.
2. So you get 2 tickets to go see the 2 boys. Well, you know what? It's a really, I think the dance studio is for everyone. It's for older, younger, male, female, you name it. So you get to go and see, you might even get something else because I think there is another set of tickets. But who got the perfume? Was it Grace or you?
Me.
We're sharing it.
Grace and her husband.
She already said me, even though we
something
said
else.
you guys have to share. She should have said us. What happened
Right.
to us?
Thank you, Odessa.
Grace, is she younger than you,
They
Grace?
say no.
No,
She
and that's
wish
the
you.
thing. I'm the baby of the family, but
Oh,
she
here we
acts
go.
like it. She's older.
Oh my
Oh
God.
wow,
That is a trip.
Yeah,
Look,
yeah.
my mother's a baby of her family, and she's constantly, she's a whole grandmother, and she still says, I'm the baby, I'm the baby. She never lets that baby
Yeah, you want to
go.
feel young. You still want to feel young.
It's not about youth. It's not about youth. It's about entitlement and about the baby of the family. Always, it's the squeaky wheel always gets the grease.
Yeah, I know.
Well,
It's so,
Faluke is middle, right? Faluke, aren't you
The
middle?
middle
middle.
child.
That
Yes.
yeah, that explains a lot, Grace. She's middle child.
Wow.
no. Don't be quick.
Take somebody off.
No. Don't be quick to say it because I am the centered child. And
Thank
I don't
you.
act like
We talked about this. Hey, do I get extra credit? We talked about the older, middle, and younger child on the show before.
exactly. Let me
Yes,
tell you.
it was about birthright matters or birth order matters.
Yeah.
Something like that. I want some extra
matters.
credit.
Something matters.
Okay? Let me
Yes.
get some Haitian rum, some creme
Okay.
for the holidays or something.
Who got drinks? So we're gonna
I'm gonna toast with my water.
yes, toast. Here's to all of you.
That's
May
a
God
refill.
continue to bless and
us
guide
all.
you. And all your dreams and wishes for this year and beyond come true.
Oh,
And
the
yes,
little man came back. Hey.
Say, okay, Mama Stomach.
yes, I am so grateful for all of you. That was such an awesome party. And Lisa, where's the music? Lisa was in
Where is
charge
the
of
music?
So,
We can't have music and everybody's talking. You wouldn't even hear it.
yeah, we have to be careful
Oh.
because you know how they are with music and stuff like that. But we're
I got this headband and the fur keeps getting my lipstick.
So, we
I
want
want
to say
some music.
happy holidays and Merry Christmas to everyone who's going to be watching this or who's watching this. May God bless you. Health, family, and prosperity, and everything that you want this year. We pray and hope that it will come true. Okay. Go
Thank
ahead.
you.
Thank you.
Goodbye,
Amen.
everyone. Thank you so
And
much,
Gabrielle,
ladies.
I hope I get to be in more shows so I can hook mine up too, like yours.
Yes, we are blessed. We are blessed beyond
Yeah,
measure.
wait, I gotta put my. Why is mine backwards?
It was good the other way.
The other way.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. It was backwards.
That's blessed. Definitely. Thank you, Aisha, for being here. Thank you, Grace.
Thank you for
Such
having
beautiful
us.
ladies, and Faluke. Thank you,
Thank
Milka, for being
you.
here. Thank you
Thank
for the cake.
you.
We appreciate you. And Lisa, my girl, thank you for being here. Odessa, thank you.
Happy
Let me,
blessings, everyone.
Thank
yes.
you. Same to you.
We don't have money to pay for the copyrights, so we have to play. Okay, bye everyone. God bless you all.